Oh, good morning everybody. What a difference a week makes weather-wise. I think this week we've had a bit of everything, haven't we? All that snow that we had earlier in the week, there's no evidence of any of that now, that's gone. Then that turned to rain. And that's made a big difference to the ground surface across this field that I'm walking in right now. So I'm just making my way into the same woods that I was at last week, because I want to explore that a little bit further. It is such a vast area to look at. Well, it's cold this morning, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, really. Once I get into the woods and get a shelter set up, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to take a slight detour before I go into the woods, because what I want to do, I want to have a wander down this bridleway and wander along this bridleway and see where that leads to. Like I said last week, there's quite a bit of tree management going on in this area. As you can see, quite a lot being stripped back. So it looks like the bridleway carries on down here, but it also goes here to the left as well, which I'm going to go and have a quick look at, because got a bit of a bridge being made here out of sandbags. Okay, let's start walking back and get into the woods. I think one day I would like to walk all the way around the perimeter, because there might be some really lovely spots within this woodland. I'm just getting back to the first field that I was in now. Get myself back on track and get in the woods. You can see where the van's parked, just up there by that, just past that post. Just parked up there, so not very far away. Cool, this wind is blowing today. It's quite nice. It's not a freezing wind. It is a cold wind, but it's not freezing, which is brilliant. After all that rain and snow that we've had this week, the ditch is filled up with water. Which is brilliant going into the spring, because there'll be a lot of wildlife that like frogs and newts and things, I expect, that will start using the area. Just looking for a nice flat spot to set up camp. Let's go through here a little bit more. I think this is as good a place as any. So I've just put that tree like a plough point. Over here I'm just putting a bungee on. Just going to take it across to this tree. Just put that around there like so. I'll perhaps do something over the other side as well. Let's go and have a look, see what I can do there. I'll take a bungee and a peg with me because I might use either of those. Sometimes you might not have the space build the camp that you actually want. So you make do with the space that you have got. In this case, because of the trees that I've got, I'm going to peg this one down just here. Probably lift it up in the middle then, over into the middle, lift it up to give me that bit of height inside. So you can see how I've just raised the ridge up here, and that'll give me plenty of room inside. Now you can see inside I've created a bit of a dry area to put the bags, all the bags and things. By the way, I picked up a piece of birch bark on the way in, which will come in handy. So this is dead, bit of dead stand in there, so I can saw that down and I can use that for my kindling. Right, let's get that. Saw it right down the bottom. reckon that'll be enough to tide me over. Right, so I'm going to set my little cooker up, little wood stove, but I'm not going to put it on just yet. I'm going to cook my dinner on this, but I'm not going to be making my cuppa on this. I've got something else that I'll be using for that, which I'll go through in a moment. But let's just get this set up first. Yeah, so I've got my stove, got my wood. I do need to get a cuppa on the go though, don't I? So let's do that next. Right, so what I've got here is one of these stoves that a bit like a jet boil, but it's not a jet boil. And I did some research when I was looking at these, and let me tell you that there's not, in my opinion anyway, there's not a great deal of difference between this and a jet boil, apart from the price. Obviously the jet boil is way up there, and I really can't understand why. That the price is so high. These are cheap as chips. This is the APG Outdoor. It's got a neoprene cover on here that can be taken off to wash it. It's got the heat capture element in the bottom there, and I've boiled this a few times. And you can't see any marks or anything in there, so that's great. Takes the screw in gas bottles. I put mine inside a sock just to stop it rattling around inside the can. But yeah, it's the standard format of gas bottle. This is a C300. I got this one because you can still use it down to -27. Don't think I'm ever going to be in a -27 situation, but I'll pick that one up anyway. And I keep the sock on it basically to stop it rattling around inside the can when I'm walking, because there's nothing worse than walking with a backpack on and a rattle. So you also get the burner itself, and that has got the gas regulator there, and it's also got the ignition on there as well. In addition to that, you get a pot stand. These are really useful. These are. They give you that stability that you need when you're out on bumpy ground. First of all, let's get this screwed on then. Screw that on nice and tight. And then you also get this round piece here so that you can use the gas bottle and the burner and use it for pots and whatever else you want to use, use on the cooker. So let's get this set up then. It's got these two fly handles on here, which are really useful. They've got a good rubber grip on them. This is light as you like. It's so light, it's unbelievable. And you've got these little notches in the sides. You've got two of them, and there is a little arrow on there as well, giving you instructions on how to attach it. And then within this, you've got a couple of little nipples in there that you just line that up with. Line it up and twist, and that's now solid as you like. I'm just going to clear a bit of these leaves away from here so I can put my pot down. Now the reason that I went for one this size, as opposed to, you can get them in different sizes from other companies as well, other than Jetboil, I hasten to add. The reason being really because when you look at this, and I've not done it before, but when you look at it, there's enough space in there, and I think it's 1.4 litres or something like that inside here if you filled it right up, although it has got a maximum fill level of 0.8 inside there. But I think that'd be big enough to put in a boil in the bag type meal, or even two. You'd probably get two in there, to be honest. So if you wanted curry and rice or something, there you go. So anyway, let's get some water in there, and let's get this on the boil. Right, so I don't want to boil too much water at the moment, so I'm just going to fill my cup up. And sort of just boil that amount for now. I don't want to waste water unnecessarily. Okay, let's put that over there. Put the cup down here for a moment. Okay, so let's get the gas on. And that's now starting to boil. And it's got this like rubber lid. It's quite flexible. It has got a little drinking hole there, and it's also got a hole to let steam out when you're boiling the water. So I'm just going to put that on the top. I've not even got that turned up on full either. It's only probably about halfway. I know it's a job to guess that, but I would say it's about halfway. And already you can start seeing steam coming out of that. It's not actually a rolling boil yet, but I don't think it's going to be far away. Okay, we're starting to get the bubbles coming up inside it now. And you can see the steam coming off the top. And this is real time, I've not edited any of this out. I haven't timed it, but you can tell for yourself how quick that's taking. Okay, we've got a rolling boil. In fact, it's more than a rolling boil. That's now boiling away, so we can turn that off. That is certainly ready now for making a hot cuppa. Now that didn't take long at all. That was, I know that's probably, I don't know, probably about 300 mil in that maybe. I wonder if I can tell how much water I've actually got in there. Can't really see, to be honest, but I would say that's about 300 millilitres, something like that. Okay, right, so let's make my cup of coffee. To be honest, I don't know why I said coffee, because I'm actually having a cup of tea. Sun's starting to come out now. It's actually looking quite nice out. I'm just going to give this a bit of a twist and takes it off of the stove. And that'll give me a nice cup of tea. This milk powder, it's coffee mate, but it's perfectly alright in tea. It saves carrying milk. It saves carrying milk into the woods with you. Lovely. So you can see how that sun's shining right inside my camp. It's nice. After all that snow and the rain that we've had this week, it's nice to see a bit of sunshine. So yeah, this is the stove made by APG, and I'll be honest, I'm impressed with it. I'm really impressed with it, in fact. I mean, the speed that it just cooked that, or rather boiled that water, was, I mean, that's as good as an electric kettle at home. Now, obviously, when I'm out in the woods, I like to have a nice dinner or a nice breakfast, and I prefer to cook that on an open fire. But to be honest, if you were backpacking or anything like that, although this will take up a bit of space in your bag, well, actually it takes up no more space than that in your bag, so it's not that much, to be honest. And effectively you've got a really good means of boiling water, and a good means of cooking some dried meals, or boiling the bagged meals, or whatever you choose. So I think I think it's a great addition to any backpacker's outfit. Oh, God, you just cannot beat a nice cup of tea in the woods. Lovely. Now, I'm not actually far away from where I was last week. I don't think, anyway. I'll be honest, I don't think I could ever find exactly where I was last week. But when I've just looked on an aerial shot, I'm in the same sort of area of the woods. So I'll probably go for a bit of a walk in a little while, just to have a bit of an explore, just to see what else is around. And I've got my drone with me today as well, so I might just send the drone up on the outside of the woods, just so that we can get a feel for its size from an aerial shot. Right, let's think about my dinner. Yeah, so like I said earlier on, I picked up a piece of birch bark on my way in. So I'm just clearing this down. I've got to lay that on there. Just break a piece of this off actually. You only need a little tiny bit. What I'm doing is I'm just gently scraping the underside of it. You don't actually need much, but just be careful you don't flick it off. You only need a little tiny bit of it, just enough to catch a spark. Yeah, so what I've done, I just scraped some. I've just got a little bit of it on this piece of wood. I'm just going to put it into a little bundle like that. Got to be ready with a piece of bark to catch it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Put that in there away from the wind. Got some pieces of wood. Right, let's get dinner on the go. I want quite a nice bundle of oil in there. That's it. Get these in here. Put them on the go. Ooh. Let's let that get nice and hot. And whilst that's happening, we're going to try this part. So what you do, you turn these inwards like so, and then you've got to see these little notches that slide onto the top of there. That's it. And you can now put a normal pot on there. I've got a bit of a curry going on again today. Let's get the stove on the go. Took a little while to light. Never mind. Blimey. Turn that down a bit. It's boiling that up like crazy already. Well, that's the chips in the plate. Let's get the curry on. This curry smells lovely. I'm just going to pour the curry on the top. Lovely. Right, let's just put a drop of water in the pot just to soak the bottom. This will make it easier to clean the pot afterwards. Okay, let's give this a go then. I'm just going to have a little wander along here just to see what's about. It's so uneven underfoot, it's unbelievable. I think at some point there was probably vehicles coming down here. Clearly there's some wheel tracks there. There's some buildings over there. going to build a camp. I'm going to just do the bare bones of it now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here throughout 2023 on and off and create a bit of a cabin or something, some sort of. So first of all, I've got a piece of string I'm going to tie around. Create a bit of a tripod affair. So there's the bare bones, a skeleton of a camp. So if you were caught out in the woods, you know, with a bit of foliage and that around the top of the actual frame itself, and you've got a little bit of a shelter, and all you've got to do then, sort out a bit of fire. Yeah, so next time I'm here, I'll cover in all the outside with some sort of foliage or branches or something, and perhaps I'll set up a fire in front of it and just sit in there and make my breakfast or my dinner. I mean, it is nice to have the tarp. It'd be nice to just come out and literally set up camp under there. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is ideal for sitting under. Imagine building a much bigger one that you could actually lay in and sleep in. Right, so that's me packed up. You never know I've been here, apart from the obvious, of course. But other than that, yep, you never know I've been here. Right, so let's make our way out the woods and get back to the van. Take a last look behind me, just to be sure. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Wow, look at this tree. It's a bit broken, that one, isn't it? That'd hurt if it falls on you. That's why you should always check above your head before camping. It might be the best luck you've ever done. Now this area I think is going to be covered in bluebells very soon. You can see them starting to sprout through the leaf litter. Lovely. So I am being careful where I tread, by the way, before anybody makes any comments. Okay, let's get out of these woods. Let's get into the field. That wind is definitely picking up now. I jumped this ditch, and the ditch is full of water as well. I was hooked up in a tree there. Okay, right, I'm over the ditch. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of water in it now. Okay. Let's make a move. The ditch comes along, all along the edge of the woods, and it goes through the woods as well, which is good really, because that will provide a bit of drinking source for the animals, I guess. Yeah, so I just got stopped by a farmer in his Land Rover. I thought, oh God, I'm going to get a bollock in here. But he saw me walking and thought I got a gun in my hand. But actually it's my camera and my tripod. And once he'd seen that, he was quite happy. He was quite happy with what I'm doing. He hadn't got a problem with me walking where I was walking, although he did tell me that that's not a footpath. The footpath just goes straight into the woods from where I'm walking now. Yeah, so I was told him that I didn't tell him I was obviously cooking in the woods, but what he did say was, what I told him was I was looking for wildlife and so on. And what he did say was, if you want to see roe deer, you need to come to a certain location at a certain time of the day. And he told me what that location was, and he told me the rough time of day that I'm likely to see them. So that's good. But yeah, he said as long as I'm not doing no harm and I'm not damaging anything, he hasn't got a problem with it.